Good day, everyone. Hope you're all having a lovely day. So I just want to take a minute to talk about something that's I've been noticing in the Twitterverse. Some people have been having a hard time in life, whether it be dealing with some anxiety, some depression, or even like some people had mentioned, there was a bug going around, and I feel for all of you. Really, I totally get it. I know where you guys come from with those issues. I've been there. I'm still dealing with some stuff, but hey, just know that you're not alone in any of it. With me, when it comes to mental health, I've reached out to people, and it helps, and it's a long road, and you just have to carve your own path when it comes to opening up. I'll say that much. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into this video. So I have a large amount of PS4 video games in front of me, on the side I should say, and I'm going to read out loud each one by one. Now the way I'm going to do this is, I figure I break it down into, I have about almost 4 stacks in front of me. Now I'm going to break it down to sports and action, adventure, platform, shooters, whatever you want to call them. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off at random, really, right now. Alright, here we go. Alright, I have in front of me here Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. It's the first title. I have, this one's a really fun one, Sackboy's Big Adventure. I apologize for the glare in the video. Alright, I have a horror game. It's story driven as well. This one's called Until Dawn. It's an older title. Next up I have Spider-Man Miles Morales. Solid action. Fun action adventure web slinging game. I have another older title here, Guitar Hero Live. Next up I have Rock Band 4. You can see it, Rock Band 4. Next up I have Need for Speed. For those of you who are into racing games, which are pretty popular, right? Yeah. Next up I have a Lego game, which is called Lego DC Supervillains. Now I have this for Xbox One as well, and I played that one all the way through. This one I didn't. I don't know why. The thing about me is I'm weird. I prefer playing Lego games on the Xbox rather than the PS4. I don't know why. I mean, they're very similar graphics wise as well. Same exact game, 2 different consoles. Anyways. Alright, next up we have Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. Thing about this one is a lot of cutscenes, a lot of long cutscenes, but action packed, full of action. Yeah. Next up we have the Uncharted series. Now this disc contains all the first 3 Uncharted games. If you're not familiar with them, you have Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 remastered. Next up we have the reboots, Tomb Raider. Love this one as well. I own this one. I did own it on PS3. I have the PS4 one, and I have a digital copy of it on Xbox One. Next up, Sniper Elite 4. I enjoyed the last one. Sniper Elite 3 really got me hooked. I played it all the way through. This one was a bit of a challenge, and I left it alone, and who knows, maybe next year I'll come back to it. Sniper Elite 3, here we go. It's another great one here. I'd recommend it if you're into these kind of games. You have the rebooted Ratchet and Clank. Yes, Ratchet and Clank PS4. It's a fun one from start to finish. Now, this one was excellent. I enjoyed where this game was headed, what it had to offer, but I stopped me in my tracks because the boss battles in it were frustrating enough to me to where I was like, okay, I'm done with this. I'm gonna take a break from it. I don't know when I'll come back. But yeah, it's called Kena Bridge of Spirits. Now this one's an old one. Didn't get the best reviews, mainly because of the broadened, lengthy cutscenes. Yeah, The Order 1886. Yes, I believe this is one of the first games I've platinumed, which was, at the time, I was proud of myself for doing that. Oh, I'm sure a lot of PlayStation gamers played this one, Last of Us Remastered. Oh, I played this one as well on the PS3, and I enjoyed it. All right. Now, next up, I have a used copy of NBA 2K20, and with that said, I think I'm gonna jump right into some sports titles. Here, first up, we have NBA Live 14. Right, next up. We have next up NBA Live 18. NBA Live 16. Right, we have, and my current favorite video game, I know it's been out a while, NBA Live 19. It still holds up for me. I actually prefer the EA video game, basketball sports games, over the 2K ones, because the 2K ones, for me, I'm nitpicky when it comes to video games, what I like and don't like about them. So overall, I prefer these. Wish EA would still put these out, but let's stop right here. Yeah. Next up, we have Madden 17. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm being honest, I got my butt kicked big time, Madden 19. But as I continue to play it, I guess I progressed. I mean, I felt more confident, more experienced in the controls and how to catch the ball, and soon enough I was making touchdowns like it was nobody's business. But yeah, it's not for everyone. Madden 19. Of course I had to pick this up. Madden 21. Loved it, still do. I actually, football season is in full swing, and I should get back to it, really. Any day now. Okay. Alright, next up, last title that we have, the basketball series, NBA 2K17. I had fun with this one. Yeah, I did. Alright, now, one thing you might not know about me is I'm a big wrestling fan. Ever since, growing up, I always watched Monday Night Raw whenever I could. Friday Night SmackDown, Thursday Night SmackDown, and it was Tuesday nights, I believe. Pay-per-views. Alright, and so with that said, I have quite a bit of WWE games, at least on PS4. Alright, first up we have WWE 2K16, WWE 2K17, WWE 2K19, and WWE 2K20. Now I believe I have 2 copies of 19. Oh, I did. I know I have a copy lying around somewhere of 2K18. Oops, sorry, forgot this one, NBA 2K20. Yeah. Alright, that's it for sports titles. Alright, let's keep the ball rolling. Right. I enjoyed this one. Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, this was a AAA title. This is a hot one. Came out. There was a lot of things I picked up that I could see in other games too, like Assassin's Creed. This had some ideas that were probably from referenced in Assassin's Creed, gameplay wise. Now I gotta tell you, I was close to quitting this game. I could not pick up the sword fighting, the blocking, the dodging. But something kept me going, really, and soon enough I played this all the way through. Just very bloody, very solid story as well. Alright, next we have Days Gone. Ooh, this one's a long one. It took me about a few months to really play all this way through. I'm really into open world games, really. So this one caught my attention. The gameplay was solid. It was glitchy. It had some bugs along the way, but overall, I enjoyed it. Crash Bandicoot. Now this is a reboot, I think, remastered. I'd say a really good remastered really good looking game based on the PlayStation titles. So this has Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2, and 3. Yeah, platforming. Batman Arkham Knight. Yeah, it's another long one I needed help with at the time when I was playing it. Horizon Zero Dawn. I went about a week. I'd go like weeks without playing it. Then I'd pick it up, play it again, and then finally I just permanently stopped. But then something clicked in my head. You know what? I'm gonna give this another go. And sure enough, I finished it top to bottom. Yeah. No platinum though. Yeah. Next up, sequel. Still working on this one. Horizon Forbidden West. Gorgeous game. I'd recommend it to anyone who enjoys a really long open world themed game. Next up we have a coverless copy of Minecraft here. Minecraft. This one I did not enjoy. Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I didn't think it. Some of the gameplay didn't stick to land with me. A lot of chit-chatting, kind of sucked the fun out of this game. Avengers. This was another game I thought I was going to enjoy. Was very buggy as well. The gameplay was sloppy. I just what could have been, right? Just I don't know. I'm sure it's been updated several times now. But yeah. Next up we have another copy, as you can see, the Lego video game. I had mentioned it in my previous video. If you want to go check that out too, that shows my Vita, PlayStation Vita collection. Alright, Lego Movie, the video game for PS4. Right. This one's an oddball one. I was introduced to this some odd years ago. Little Big Planet 3. I never finished it. Didn't bother picking it up. I just played it at the time to see how. I mean, the price was there, and I decided to pick it up one day. Now this one. This was one of the first titles I ever purchased for when the PlayStation 4 first arrived in stores. I enjoyed it. I thought it was clever. It's got a clever name. I just wish they'd put out a third one. Act 2. What is there to say about this one? They added some few kinks in this one. They added some puzzles here and there. But the gameplay is very, very similar to the its previous one. If you're looking for a solid, good horror game, The Evil Within. Yes, Evil Within. Yeah, although it can be difficult and challenging, this one's anxiety-inducing. A lot of creepy imagery in here. God of War Remastered. I don't think this remastering was necessary, but still solid game in the series. God of War 3 Remastered. A reboot, which I certainly enjoyed, Devil May Cry, DMC Devil May Cry, and I never got a sequel for this one. Maybe in the future. But I'd also recommend Devil May Cry 5, which I own, and it's kick-ass. So kick-ass. Next up, I have The Walking Dead. Now, if you're familiar with like I had mentioned in my previous video, Walking Dead came out by, it was at the time, Telltale Games. And this was their final season, I believe. The Walking Dead final season. With the story arc character Clementine. Yeah. Next up, we have another Lego game, Marvel Super Heroes 2. I played this one all the way through for Xbox One. Yes, Xbox One. Now, Spyro. This was a remastered. Maybe some even say a reboot of the original series for PlayStation. There's a lot of things that bug me about this game, and with that said, I didn't bother tackling it all the way through. Who knows? Maybe I'll come back to it. The Division. You know, over the years, I've noticed there's some games that require internet access, and with The Division, it's that's one of these titles. The gameplay. This is a shooting game, and I didn't enjoy this one as much. I got my butt kicked, if that's what you're thinking. Another great title here. Another open world game. Lord of the Rings. Middle Earth. Shadow of Mordor. I loved every minute of this game. I still want to replay the sequel which I don't own. Well, I used to own, but I need to own it again. Alright, this is Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Another open world game, Mafia 3. I enjoyed this one as well. If you like games such as Grand Theft Auto 5, then this one's for you. And lastly, I have another open world game, Mad Max, based on, a lot of the ideas are based on the film series, the films. If you haven't heard of it already, Mad Max. So quite a bit. There's a few titles. Alright, that's it. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this little video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.